This time we're focusing on the Millennial Development Goal 8. This is working with the countries to create better partnerships. This comes in two ways: in getting the countries to work together and in organizations within the countries that are helping people. Our first stop takes us from Peru up to Ottawa, Canada. Canada recently announced at the end of last year that they were going to work with Peru for oil, gas, and mining to help have the best benefits of resources. As we read earlier, mining is a huge industry in Peru. So having that assistance of the Canadian government is really to help. Now, if we go back to Lima, back to Peru to work on the mining there, our next partnership is over across the sea in Germany. Germany's been working with Peru. They give generous support for climate control and for assistance in forests. Peru has the primary part of the Amazon rainforest, so that's a really important thing to be taken care of. A newer partnership that came out at the end of last year is with Norway. Norway has made a deal with Peru. Their agreement is that Peru will end its carbon footprint, so carbon emissions, with the forest and agricultural sector by 2021. While Peru is working on this, up until 2020, Norway is going to pay for the results that they can verify and prove. And that's going to be very helpful in caring for the Peruvian environment, because agriculture and, as we talked about earlier, the forest is huge. So having that where they can have some help in dealing with that is going to help them to take care of it. Back in Peru, there are some things going on within the country walls. Non-governmental organizations, or NGOs, are like service organizations that aren't sponsored by the government. So like when you go on missions trips to Africa or whatnot, for like with CULP, that's working with NGOs, non-governmental organizations that help the country. There are a lot of really great ones in Peru. One that I really liked was called Bemelza. I can't pronounce a lot of these Spanish things. It was founded in the Grocio Prado area of Peru, which is a very low income, poor area. And it was founded to provide food, education to the people of this area so that they could succeed, particularly for the children. Another organization is the Amazon Animal Orphanage. And this is where all the animals that need to be taken care of, the ones that are rescued, go for refuge. It also has a really cool butterfly garden. And so this one focuses more on animals. Another one that I read about is in various parts of the country. It has one branch in Lima, but it also has other branches in other parts of the country. And this is called Peruvian Hearts. It was actually started by an 11-year-old girl. She was adopted and went into America from Peru. And when she went back to visit, she was just shocked at the conditions that the girls her age lived in. So she started this organization that provides education, food, clothing, all of that to these girls to help them to improve their lives. Peru does really well on having non-governmental organizations and also on working with others. Partnerships are really important because no one country has all the resources that are needed. And so when all of the countries work together, it's much better in order to deal with things, because one country can be powerful and can get things done, and one continent can do even more. But we have the